Well, welcome to ATB TV. I'm Darren Dancy with Peter Morganti. Happy Valentine's Day, Pete, for yesterday. Did you have a nice romantic afternoon?
I actually forgot it was. I forgot it was Valentine's Day. Bet goes, bought you a big T-Rex steak for Valentine's Day, and I went, oh, righto.
Thanks.
Yeah. So.
Well, I think Tom Dabney summed up Valentine's Day very well yesterday.
What was that?
He was at Ballarat with his wife, Cassie, lovely lady, and I said, how'd you go Valentine's Day, Cassie? She goes, Tom treats me special every day.
Ah, gee.
Hey? Nothing special on Valentine's Day because it's special every day, eh?
Jeez.
Loved up puppy. How's that? Tom Dabney.
Well, not much changes in our household from day to day, but I don't know if it's love.
Well, we went
respect.
Liz and I went to the Ballarat races yesterday to watch the Dandy Man.
Yep.
And I said to her the day before, why don't we just, it's at 7 p.m, why don't we just go for dinner afterwards? Yeah, no worries. Like, I had no idea it was Valentine's Day. And then we're driving in and I thought, geez, I'm good, aren't I?
Ah, geez, fluked it. Fluked it.
And then I'm wondering why there's so many people out at every bloody joint.
Oh, right, they feel bad.
Yeah, a lot of people went to a Indian restaurant near Sovereign Hill. It was all right.
The
service, there was none.
No,
the food was good.
Food was good. Gee, a bit of action this morning at Ballarat.
What happened?
Oh, for all the smokers, the tobacco joint's going up.
Oh, another one?
2 of them.
Oh.
2. And
imagine if you...
20 minutes later, 2 cars on fire.
Really?
And people with hooded hoods running away from the scene. So, and another shop was backed into, crunched the doors, but they never did anything. I mean,
you know what?
Smashed the doors.
Imagine if you owned that building and you leased it to a tobacco shop. You wouldn't be. Or what about if you're next door to a tobacco shop?
Pretty hard to get them insured.
Had a cafe next door.
Well,
you'd be panicking.
2 other joints went up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think we should have a shout out to a lot of people we know.
Yeah.
And trainers out in Pomona, Grampians Racing, and even out here at is it Ross Creek, Scarsdale?
Scarsdale.
A couple of owners had to evacuate.
Yeah.
And luckily, as far as I know, none of our clients lost their houses. Pomona was pretty savage. Rowan, who's a part owner of Grampians Racing, the fire started on his place with a lightning strike.
Andrew Bobbin's description of how it happened, he said it was half the property, big cloud over one half, and I was looking from there to the sun, the other half of the property, and the 2 strikes must have hit that bloke, and that's how the fire started. He said in all of that, though, the wind was always blowing away from the farm, so they were lucky. He said it could have changed any time, but Pomona, if there's 40 houses in Pomona, that'd be it. 26 of them got burnt down.
Yeah, I know.
Shocking. Lovely little place.
Oh, mate, it's just
devastating.
You know, like we went through it in 2006 when, you know, the Brisbane Rangers were on fire and it went right round us. Luckily, but you know, there was about 25 houses lost down south of us. But it's a horrible thing, and you know, thoughts go out to all those affected and with family and friends affected, and obviously, you know, luckily no one was killed, but it sounds like it was horrendous.
I think someone lost their life down Gippsland Way, but I'm not too sure in relation to what they were doing. But Tim O'Connor, who used to ride here for the Ballarat Courier, and now he's media savvy with harness racing Victoria. His family lost their home at Pomona, born and bred there, and I know we got a cousin there who was 5 minutes out the road, and they were always safe because of the wind. So it's just a matter of what side.
It's fickle, mate. It just depends where the fire started, where you were, and which way the wind was blowing. But listening to Adam Actress and the chairman of Ararat talk about how they all turned up on his place with their trucks and guarded it, but it's a horrible, horrible feeling.
One thing, those little communities, they do rally big time. They do rally.
Horrible thing to happen. Anyway, let's go back through last week's runners, Pete.
4 runners, all ran well. Couldn't snag a winner. We should have got a winner. A game second, another one, and a consistent third from another one, and another one only beat 1.5. So we'll go to Colac Cup Day.
Colac last Friday.
Lake Titicaca. Love that name. She ran, I think, her
be
third
good.
placing in a row.
It'd be a good horse. If it was a good name, if it was a good horse.
We'll get it following because of the
She
name,
will
won't
win a race, won't she?
Wow. For every time she's in one of those and something wins, they go out of the class, so her time must be coming.
She's run out of competitors.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, her run was good. He thought she was a little bit unlucky not to be winning, but
Yep.
you know, those sort of horses need everything to go right.
Correct.
She seems to race really, Colac, okay. It's funny for a horse that gets back and runs on over ground that she actually suited.
She should have nearly won there the other time.
Suited
too,
by Colac, but
Anyway,
look, she's run third, and I think I got a prize money check for about $158.
paid for last night's tea.
Easily.
With change.
Easily.
Sunday, we had Arizona dreaming back off the back of the disappointing result, run or ride or whatever, result at camping out, and I set off air, 200 pushing through up on the rail. I thought, going to be right in this, and I think the momentum horses sort of got over the top and beat 1.5, and it was certainly an improved effort.
Oh, it was good. I just think he's looking for more ground. I think I was back to 1,300 from memory, and he just looked a little bit flat-footed late. So I like Tom's summary.
I missed it.
It's a back-on-track run.
Back on track.
We're back on track.
Well, and like it was a good race. Look, it was a solid field.
Yeah, makes a
Typical
difference when you get a
64.
more experienced rider on. I didn't realise that Tom Madden was Irish.
Yeah, very deep
Very
Irish
Irish.
accent.
Very
Not-
Irish.
Not as hard as Johnny Allen to understand.
No one's in that grade. I could actually understand what he was saying, but I think he said he was pretty keen to ride it next start over a little bit further.
I called him Socks. Socks Madden.
Socks, Madden.
I don't know the story behind it, but I have to find out.
Righto, but no, Arizona Dreaming is not far off a win.
The horse that should have won was first up at Kyneton. Oh, he had half a meeting, didn't they? They called him off about race 5.
Yeah, race 4 was the last one
Tuesday
because
was the
of
bad
the
day.
lightning.
Yeah. Inexorable.
Very good.
Close.
Very good.
Second. Wins in another couple of hops.
Yeah.
What can you say? It was
Well, the leader, Waterhouse, just obviously jumped to the front and made its own luck.
Yep.
We were sort of trying to sit one out, one back. I thought Jordan Childs rode it pretty good, but unfortunately, those Hayes boys, their horse on the bend, didn't handle the bend, and it sort of had its nose in between us and the rail, and
it just pushed us.
it just come right out. It must have come out 4 horses. Like if it had got around the corner even, we don't waste 2 lengths because we got carted off at least 4 lengths.
Win by a length.
And then we straighten up, we charge to the line, and I was, when they charge it and you think, where's that red paint start?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, we're still 2 off it, then we're a length off it, then I see the red, and then we get beat 0.2, and then you see the photo and you think, 1 more hop.
Yeah.
2
That's
more
all
hops.
it was. Yeah, it was.
He wins, and it was a great return.
It wasn't a grinding effort to the lead. It was sort of getting right over the top of
For
it.
a horse that needs more ground, first up, running on a 36-degree day with a strong wind on a tight track. I thought it was an incredible first up run.
Yep.
And I think this horse is going particularly well. And he was just a little bit unlucky that Hayes horse pushed him off the track. If you haven't seen the replay, have another look. But I think all the owners were delighted.
I've always had the, not the philosophy, but I love going back looking at their initial preps. And of course, we've got form behind that Molly Knickers of Moody's, who I think starts, one of the 5 of the legs in a big race on the weekend. Only beaten 5 lengths there. Very raw, second up at Caulfield. The form's solid. I think
good.
There's a nice horse coming in the making.
I think, if he's not winning next start, he'll be certainly winning the start after.
Absolutely.
He's a very promising horse.
City class all over him. So
that could have easily been a Mooney Valley Friday night meeting, that race.
Yeah.
Or it could have been a Wednesday and Sandown race. That was a 3-year-old maiden.
Yeah.
There were some handy horses in there.
In it. Yeah. No, he's
Jordan Childs, eh?
And Waterhouse, which he rides for a lot, wins.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He was trying.
he's a big man, Geordie. He loves.
He's tall.
Yeah. Does a bloody good job. He must have to work hard on his weight.
Yep.
Because he looks us in the eye.
He does.
So, Yesterday, as you said, your first part A of your Valentine's Day.
Well, I was going to go to Kyneton, but it was such a dangerous day. I didn't want to leave the farm. I was a little bit annoyed that I couldn't leave the farm, but they had to do the right thing, Pete.
Well, I went to Colac Trials. That's Tuesday morning. Started at 8, finished at 10. And then I thought I'll fit in the Geelong Dogs while Ballarat Dogs. Drove there, and I'm there 3 hours before the first. Doing a bit of work. The drive from Colac to Geelong, like I'm a pretty casual driver. One hand on it and two hands.
In the
wind.
Yeah.
But the branches, the dust.
Horrendous.
It was like,
So
it was
we didn't
dangerous.
We didn't get that at home.
Well, I was in that, and then I got to Geelong, and it sort of was windy, and then all of a sudden,
took off.
about 2:30, those towers got blown down at Anarchy or wherever it was.
Yeah, when the storm went
and then
through.
the power out, and that was it. They just cancelled it because
we only had 30 km/h wind, so we were lucky. But down to Anarchy, which is only 10 k's from us.
Well, that was about a 15-minute period where it was absolutely like a tornado, and then it was gone. It was windy, but it was like just settled down. And I drove home, and to Ballarat, you wouldn't have thought there was too much wind at all.
No, there wasn't up here.
And then all the fires started.
Yeah. Dandy man.
Yeah, second, lead.
Good ride.
Charles again. Good, yeah, no, I agree. He
Gave it every chance, didn't he?
I think he rode it probably 2 or 3 times in its first preparation. One on it when it won on Geelong. Just nice rain. Horse settled well. And under pressure.
Got around the corner nice.
Yeah, under pressure didn't want to hang. I know it was on the rail. And to be fair, I thought the winner was going to win by 2 or 3.
Yeah.
0.8. 0.8.
I think we gave it 4 kilos.
Yeah, I think Jordan said that.
We didn't want to put a kid on again. Been there, done that.
That's the thing with this horse.
Gee, they jump off, don't they?
Yeah.
Like, it was $5.50 favourite.
Paid that
Mooney
much for a
Valley.
place.
And he turns up yesterday and he's $21 in a benchmark 70 at Ballarat.
Yeah. Get off quick.
Wow. $5 a place.
Yeah. Yeah, across the board. Yeah. Anyway.
And he ran super and
like beat the third horse. They comfortably were ahead of the rest of the pack, so he's ready to win again.
so I think we just got to
Similar race.
present Geordie with bridesmaid's dress, 2 rides, 2 seconds. He said before the race, I owe you 1. I said, now you owe me 2.
2. Yeah.
No, he did everything right. The
And
winner
then
was just too good on weight.
He did make a call after it just before he walked away. I went on both of them.
Did you listen?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I do listen.
I did ask him, would he get off the bag horse to ride ours? And he said, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That's...
Don't send it to Graham, no. You got to have a bit of fun.
No, look.
But anyway, a couple of really pleasing runs there.
Yeah.
It was great to see a Dandy Man back on track. Inexorable was amazing without winning. Arizona Dreaming,
Back on
I was
track.
really, really happy with the back on track
back
run.
on track again.
And Lake Titicaca surprised me.
Well, she just
Surprised me.
just
I thought
lived up to her form.
she'll be online and gone, but anyway, she must know. she
She's
must
hanging
like
on.
it at Chowie's.
She's
anyway.
hanging on. She'll probably go to Terang, won't she?
Next Friday?
obvious meet,
Gee, I don't
something
know.
like
They're going to
that.
back her up again?
Maybe 13, 11 days.
I don't know.
Cash in while she's running. Okay.
Yeah, keep the fees down.
So
Righto.
we got no accepted runners at all.
Nothing.
Till well, not possibly. Definitely on Thursday.
Thursday night, Pakenham. How do you say it? Thanatos.
Thanatos. That's
Tony Sapoulas and Michael, those 2 Greek blokes, come up with
Wasn't
this
me.
name. It means immortal in Greek.
You just did say that. What about
Well, I
this?
thought it was invincible, but it's actually, I've been corrected.
What about inexorable?
Yeah, inexorable.
What's-
That's a Thanatos. How we going here?
Oh,
Pete?
there's a few others
So he's
that
going to
haven't raced.
Pakenham Thursday night, coming off that really good race at Sandown.
We're talking about.
Should be hard to beat.
Oh yeah.
2-year-old down at Pakenham.
Stokes's horses go real good on their home track.
I reckon he'll be home on Friday.
Oh yeah. Hit and run mission.
Then on Friday we should be going to
Terang.
Terang with at least Norma's Fleet, but
Yep.
we'll talk about that next Thursday. And then on Sunday, Hasseltoff at Ballarat in that country trainers
The big toff.
thing, where we've got to get him
Hey,
back on track.
Dandy Man was good prize money yesterday. Midweek prize money.
Was it?
Yeah, so 7,500 for second, I think it was.
I think he's over 150 grand now.
Yeah, being honest.
Been a nice horse.
He's ran his ceiling, but I don't think there's been a prep where he hasn't come back and won a race.
Do you reckon Tom's improved him on Mitch?
No, I'm not. No, I don't about.
You're soft.
Mitch won 4
All right.
and 1 in town.
Righto.
So that's all.
You got a winner for me today.
Oh, well, I don't know if they've
Where
got
is it? Hamilton.
I put those
Come on.
trial things up last week, and I actually put one name up wrong. But anyway,
Where are we today?
Hamilton, Elvis, it's called.
What race?
3 or 4? I'll be 4.
$2.30 favourite.
Yeah.
Johnny Allen. Elvis.
Trial really well, but it's no price, and you mightn't see it.
220 is good.
What time's the race?
2:25. You'll be done.
What's the time now?
I don't know. 1 something.
The
All right.
video will go out as it crosses the line.
Yeah, after you've backed
And
it.
there's another one at Bendigo that I put up, that Morning Darling. It's running at Bendigo on Saturday, must be, is it?
Saturday? No, it's Flemington. Oh, Bendigo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not up yet, that field.
Yeah,
All right.
Morning Darling. I'll just re-mention it.
I went down to Caulfield last week.
How'd your tips go?
I didn't send any out.
Oh, no, you didn't know that.
I did
There's one that should have won that never, it's still trying to get out.
in the 2-year-old. Yeah, Snowden's. It'll win the diamond.
It'll run 1,200 on its ear.
Yeah. You know what?
The others were good, but I mean, geez, it just said no daylight.
You know.
High octane? What was it
Yeah.
called?
Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
But you know what? I think I was just actually going to talk about that Blue Diamond race. I'll just have to skip to the futures because it's quite interesting. Coleman,
Yep.
$5 favourite. Bodyguard, $5 favourite. High octane, $7. That's a ridiculous price. I think High Octane's over the odds. I don't know much about Lady Camelot.
It's the thing that ran the track record in Sydney.
Okay, so looking at it right now, looks like 3 Sydney horses
Yeah.
are going to be very hard to beat.
I don't.
Why is that? Why
They're
is
up-
it that
they're-
those Sydney horses come down here and go so good?
They have their 2-year-olds earlier, a few of them.
Do you think it's
races.
better weather?
Yeah, it could be a
More mild?
combination of that.
A lot more 2-year-old races early?
Those couple of Snowdens have only raced here, of course.
Yeah.
But they would have had a
Lot of trials.
lot of trials.
So do you think
Combination, probably get
weather?
going.
Get them going earlier?
Bit month earlier, maybe.
Better trainers of 2-year-olds up there?
And they're probably high priced.
And they spend a lot more.
Yeah.
Sydney trainers spend a lot more. Our trainers, Mick Price. Who trains 2-year-olds down here?
Hayes is used to, not as many now, but they've probably got a few compared to the rest.
Matt Laurie's done a good job with Coleman.
Freedman's don't.
Haven't seen to have got a lot of them
Well,
out.
they won a Blue Diamond. Was it Super Seth going back a few years ago? But
So if you went to a sale and paid $1 million for a 2-year-old, would you have it trained in Melbourne or Sydney?
well, I'd be Sydney.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the other thing is too, if you
And Waterhouse doesn't go too bad at it.
Well, it's interesting. What is she going to send down here?
Probably her 4th stringer.
Well, you're not going to race against that other thing, are you?
Stormboy, no, it's
that
been
won
sold for $50 million.
Well, won a trial by 10 lengths this morning. I don't know what it
Did it?
trialled against. Yeah.
Well, it's going to the slipper. It'll run in the lead.
Sacked Hieronymus, James McDonald on.
Oh, well, Coolmore, they call the shots now.
Well, I understand that, but you feel sorry
they got
for
50
the poor
million,
bugger.
50 million reasons why they should be calling the shots.
Well, they've got the whip handle, haven't they, now?
I'm sure
Yeah, look,
Hippo got looked after. I'm sure he got looked after there somewhere.
5% might have been 10% of that winning.
He might get a nom. That's what happens normally.
Yeah, right, I look after him.
Yeah, they do.
But
It's just interesting when you see those Sydney horses in the
but
yard.
that's been forever and a day. That
They look, their coats are so much better than our horses.
Well, they always say that about the spring too, don't they? Like when they come down,
They clean us up, mate.
because we get, like they get wet weather, but
It's
one
warm.
week it could be heavy 8, next week it's dry. Whereas once we're wet for a good 6 or 8
Yeah,
weeks.
so just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I think Matt Laurie's horse the only one, and it looks like a genuine 1200. But that high octane, I can't believe it's $7.
Bennett's horse ran well, but I don't know whether
Is it going to run the 1200?
Yeah, or turn around that form on the other one.
Yeah,
And then I reckon the rest-
Stay focused. Yeah, we'll ask Stokesy next Thursday. We'll put him under the microscope.
Well, and the fillies heat was a
your
little
horse-
bit my horse.
It trialled behind Stay Focused before it debuted at Sandown,
Who's my horse?
and it's running at Pakenham Thursday night.
Oh, ATH.
Oh, yeah, no. ATOS.
Athanatos.
Thanatos. I
Thanatos.
might have got it right. So he only got beat a couple lengths in that trial. So Stokes got a pretty good opinion of that horse.
The fillies race was a bit messy because the favourite didn't go really bad. Asked John O'Neill, and it was the jockey slaughtered it. Asked Mark Zara.
I just think the Colts are better this year. I know McDonald's won, but it might have had its birthday.
Yeah.
I just don't think the fillies are up to it.
And the Adelaide horse seemed to have all the chance.
Yeah.
It was in a nice spot and finished off. But
she might bring it fully lit might come down.
Hayes did forecast that bold, I think it was Bold Bastille, wasn't it?
Yep.
Had missed work or
missed
something.
Missed 2 gallops.
Yeah.
It still started favourite.
And I mean, went along at a clip, so there's probably excuses there.
Anyway, now, Saturday.
I haven't had a look.
I'm just going to say this. Race 7, CSA's Hayes Stakes.
Yep.
We're going to go with the worst named horse.
Worst named horse.
Sorry, wrong race. Vanity Stakes. Worst named horse, Molly Knickers. $3.50 favourite. It beat
Inexorable Form.
Beat Inexorable, and it's been running in Group 1s. Peter Moody trains it. $3.50. My feeling is from gate 11 at Flemington, around the corner.
Midfield, 3 wide with
cover. It's going to need a good ride from Ben Mallum, who just announced his engagement to Jamie Carr.
And they'll never learn those blokes. Second, third time bitten.
Wow. I think I want it to win because it makes our horses look better.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then in the Lightning, Pete.
How good's this race?
It's a great race. Now you were going with Imperative.
No.
$1.95.
No selection at all.
I'm going with Private Eye. I'm going with Private Eye first up at $5.
Well,
Joe Pride.
There's one horse there that has teased right throughout its career and loves Flemington. Wallers.
Espiona. Does go better in Melbourne. Just don't know if it's a 1,000-metre horse.
Probably not, but it would be flashing home and
Ballin,
if it just always turns up, doesn't she?
Depends where the wind is.
Yep.
But gee,
I am unstoppable. Private Eye loves the straight.
Only 8 runners.
A good lot of 8. I don't own any of them.
Mate, when I ran in the Lightning with Mukta in the 90s, it was a full field.
Had to beat 23 others.
Anyway, I'm going to just take that multi.
Yep. All right.
Private Eye $5. Molly Nickerson $3.50.
17.5 to 1.
Boosted up, 20 to 1.
$20. $20 on it.
$2 on it, $40. Half fill your car. Half fill it, $40.
You steal the other half, other quarter.
I never fill it up. Anyway, that's what I've got. If Pete's got anything, he'll let you know.
No, my 2 trials. I'm just sticking to my trials.
Flemington, it's a good meeting.
Heap of trials.
All right.
Trials at our at.
We're going to leave it there.
All right.
Going to leave it there. So
Pissant's Loon horse is still not named. The one I mentioned last week.
The one you're waiting for.
I'm looking.
So I'll stand by. Hopefully you enjoy the races this weekend.
Yep.
Until next week, I'm Darren Downs with Peter Morgani. Have a great weekend.